Let's run through the teams for you. And that one change for Manchester United with precious few alternatives at the moment. Seba Varane sapped by his midweek trip to Japan with Argentina. So Diego Forlan comes in a slight reshuffle. Phil Neville is suspended to add to the injured absentees, none of whom, incidentally, are expected back for a fortnight at least. And it's a big fortnight in the interim for Manchester United. Newcastle, of course, also had their midweek travellers. Given and Dabizas faced each other in Athens, for example. But the main thrust of their team news is the return of the man whose international absence was such a talking point with all Welshmen particularly. Craig Bellamy is back for his club. Left midfield has been a bit of a problem with Robert and De Viana amongst the casualties. So Sir Bobby Robson plumps for Olivier Bernard today.
Same old routine for the manager, ready with a watch.
Yeah, time is of the essence, a performance is of the essence, and everyone is set on this new pitch, which has been relayed since the last game here, which is a Champions League fixture against Bayer Leverkusen. Steve Dunn is the referee. Manchester United kick off. Just one victory in their last 5 Premiership games. They've done pretty well at home this season, although the margins of success here have been pretty narrow. And Briggs thought that Griffin was on the wrong foot there. Here's Scholes!
Good luck. Arrived quickly. He's weaker side, but Giggs is doing what he did last week at Upton Park, Martin, and started really, really well. He was a threat in the game then. He's been the threat early on. He's looked really bright, Ryan Giggs. And when a little bit of luck with the deflection arrived at Scholes.
Andy Griffin's getting a good run in the side. It's best for some time.
It's a good run today as well. Yeah. Giggs been as lively as he started. He certainly knows he's in a game right from the first whistle.
It's a bad kick by Barthez. Shame for him, it was miskick to Scholes. Brilliant play by Solskjær to keep it in, to go past Hughes, to get it across for Scholes! Well, Scholes is the scorer, but Ole Gunnar Solskjær, who incidentally has never scored against Newcastle, the provider supreme. Manchester United 1, Newcastle United 0.
Well, what a goal, ball down to Solskjær. This is a sloppy ball, you know, it's played out. But somehow he makes something of it. Nicks it past one, nicks it past the other. And time again, this young lad arrives right on cue at the edge of the penalty area. He does it yet again. And what a finish. And I'll tell you what, it wasn't easy.
It's got away from Shearer. Annoyed himself for that. He was looking to see where he might pass it forward, and because of that, Scholes lines up another one, and he goes for the chip.
That was on, wasn't it? You know what was on. I'm not surprised to see shortly after his goal him trying something like this, but Shea gave him the come out 6 or 7 yards. There was certainly the gap. We talked about Newcastle, but their ability to come back, certainly last season, from being down in matches better than any other side in the Premiership.
Bernard, play on. O'Shea in trouble. Oh, it's a goal! Barthez, bewildered. And Olivier Bernard has, in most unusual fashion, got Newcastle United level.
Well, I've no doubt this is a cross. Then it gets wrong. Fortunate to get the ball back as it comes back off John O'Shea, but well, I think he's looking to play that across to the face of the 6-yard box, and it's absolutely inch perfect. Doesn't use his feet quick enough, I don't think, Barthez. He gets caught a little flat-footed. You watch how long it is before he actually starts backpedaling. And once he does, it's too late. The ball's over him and in the net.
Giggs trying to get the initiative back, Manchester United trying to get the lead back. Swashbuckling play from Silvestre. Too strong for Jenas. And there was a deflection on it. Van Nistelrooy! They're back in front quickly.
Well, I could admire the skill of Solskjær from the right. It was his drive and determination. That's it. Not skill, not ability. It was a desire. It was a drive. He won 2 tackles that maybe he shouldn't have done, Martin. And Bobby Robson will ask his players, how come he did that? But they get a little bit of luck. The deflection, well, it helps Van Nistelrooy. It drops right on his head. And just 3 minutes after getting back level, they concede a second. Bread and butter header. Don't miss those.
Now Bellamy, first chance to get in behind. And was he playing for the foul, or was he fouled?
That's the one. Or was it just a coming together?
Yeah, that's what Steve Dunn has called it, because he hasn't seen any attempted deception by Bellamy or any wrongdoing by Brown. O'Shea. For Solskjær and Nistelrooy. 2 bites of it for Silvestre.
Well, he's not made too much of it after it, but I think he's definitely come across, and I think there's just a tangle there, Martin. You can see the way, the angle of his run, he goes across the front of Wes Brown. I don't think Brown could get out the way. I certainly didn't think he stuck a leg out or grabbed a shirt. They came together. I think the referee got that right.
Giggs. There's Silvestre on the front foot again. Forlan, plenty of time to line it up. Van Nistelrooy in stoppage time before half-time. His second, Manchester United's third.
Well, that's been the difference, the last third of the football pitch. Whereas Newcastle have been tentative and unimaginative, Manchester United today have been anything but. Great movement, wonderful running, great appreciation of where everyone is. They get a little lucky there, that's the shot. No doubt about that in my mind, that he looks to hit this Forlan, but he drags it across goal. But if you go across goal, what do you get? Sometimes you get one of your mates standing there saying, thank you very much.
Well, 3-1 in this fixture last season after 90 minutes. Incidentally, the same 2 players scored, although it was Scholes 2, Van Nistelrooy 1 then. Could be a very long second 45 minutes for Newcastle United. They really haven't been at the races. One goal, a very fortunate affair.
I was just about to say, when I was talking about both managers different, I think Bobby's got a big job now to lift this team up, as Martin.
If you have been reading some obituaries of Manchester United, I think I would suggest you ignore them after the 45 minutes we've seen here. 2 goals for Ruud van Nistelrooy, after Paul Scholes had scored first, and Olivier Bernard had in freakish fashion equalised for Newcastle. Half-time. Newcastle haven't been particularly impressive in their results in away games in the Premiership this season. They've been thumped at Chelsea and at Blackburn, where they did play for most of that game with 10 men. And they were also very flattered at Arsenal by just a 1-0 defeat. Won once at Birmingham. If they're going to win here, it's going to be in the realms of the sensational, because they've been second best so far, as the scoreline reflects. Speed. Bernard, tripped by Solskjær. And he didn't like the decision, and he's spoken out of turn.
Well, the debate there is about whether this is the first one, I think. There, I heard Steve Dunn mouth to Ole Gunnar Solskjær, that's not the first one.
Was once sent off against Newcastle, chasing down and bringing down Rob Lee. And he was in a goal-scoring position. Yellow card for Solskjær here, and can they work it for Shearer? Forlan seems to be very close. Oh, he's offside. Well, it's a personal landmark for Alan Shearer, but for the game, it's brought new life into it. 3-2. And throughout his career, I doubt if he's hit many better strikes than that one.
Sometimes you get a shot, you can say it, that is unstoppable. That is in that category.
Forlan's onside. Nervy for Newcastle again. Van Nistelrooy! Hat-trick! 50 goals for Manchester United. Big numbers all over the place today, including the scoreline. 4-2.
And big questions about Andy O'Brien's decision here on this near side when he steps out like that. Remember Davies' first half? You cannot step out when you don't know what is behind you. Certainly not as a centre-back. And that decision has cost this goal even quicker than the reply in the first half. Wonderful finish in 1 minute 14 seconds after getting back into this game. They both shake their heads, and they know why. We know why. I know why they're shaking their heads.
Forlan. Sylvester. Solskjær. He's in. He doesn't miss. And there's another landmark for you. His first Manchester United goal against Newcastle. It's been a long time coming in his career. And the margin is even wider. There's some protests from Gary Speed.
He's been booked, Martin.
Booked, yeah.
There was a coming together when Solskjær made his run. When the ball was played from the left-hand side, Solskjær made the run from the right. There was definitely a collision of some sort, whether it's just a pitch again. Watch it, right left-hand side of your screen. He comes around and he certainly looks like he's flattened him before he's gone in here. He comes across, defenders flatten the ground. Looked like he'd gone right through him as he ran across the line there.
Well, the goal stands. Still the best part of 20 minutes to go. And here's Kieran Dyer. He can go alone. He tried to slide it through for Bellamy. Hasn't been on the ball very often in the attacking third of the field. Dyer, which is part of the general disappointment that Newcastle are feeling, but their spirit is second to none. And the shooting is pretty good on this occasion from Bellamy.
Well, either side of the goalkeeper, that was giving him a massive problem. Struck it very well indeed, but you can see it go right down the goalkeeper's throat. Caused him enough trouble in that. But a yard or so either side, well, Barthez would really have been struggling.
Shearer. And Bellamy glances it in. It's 5-3.
Yeah, maybe. He's not happy. I think he's every right to be disappointed with his defenders here. This is sloppy marking from Manchester United. Alan Shearer does what he does best, as he contests a header and wins it. But just look at the red shirts there and the lack of marking around Craig Bellamy. Great position that. Talk about it time again. If you stand in front of a goalkeeper at every corner in a season, you'll get 5 or 6 goals like this.
Sylvester trying to take on Newcastle single-handedly at times. Scholes, now Giggs. Ryan Giggs takes aim. No, he doesn't, because he ran it into Gibbon. And he can't get the ball to where Solskjær is waiting back closer. I think Bobby Robson would have had apoplexy if they'd conceded another goal so quickly after getting back into the game.
Well, I wouldn't like to have been in the dressing room had they gone and scored there after that, but lovely ball from Scholes, beautifully weighted to Ryan Giggs. Just a touch too many there. I'd love to have hit it a bit earlier.
Forlan with the corner. Off by man guarding the post from John O'Shea by Andy Griffith.
Might not have been going in, it's close. But you've got to be there That's the whole advantage of putting men on the post.
Shearer coming on this one, but Barthez made it his. Sir Alex's day in the battle between the two knights. An important win for Manchester United, only their second in 6 Premiership games, particularly with Liverpool away and Arsenal here as their next 2 Premiership fixtures. A hat-trick for Van Nistelrooy, a landmark goal for Alan Shearer, but Newcastle overturned at Old Trafford by Manchester United again.
So, Alec, is that what you would describe as normal service resumed on the attacking front?
Well, certainly a good attacking display. That we could have scored a lot of goals today, and I thought the forwards played fantastic football.
What pleased you most about the performance today?
Well, I thought our attacking play was very, very good. I think for the first time this season, we took a fair percentage of our chances. We haven't been doing that in a lot of the games, and although with terrific possession and creating chances, today was a confirmation of scoring ability.
What was the difference? Was it a confidence thing, do you think?
What?
The fact that the chances were actually being taken?
Well, I don't think even early doors, every season we were missing chances. Sometimes happens. But we've always said somebody would suffer. And I think Newcastle suffered today with that.
Well, Bobby, what did you make of that one?
That's Manchester United, were a mixture of brilliance, coupled with some poor defending, as far as I'm concerned, from our defenders. It was a thriller, of course, and each time we got close to them in terms of a result, within minutes, maybe less than minutes, they took the advantage away from us by scoring a goal again. So when it was 1-1, they scored quickly to make it 2-1 to them. When it was 3-2, they scored very quickly to make it 4-2 to them. So we never got close to the game. And we've scored 3 goals and got nothing away from home. So that's where it's a bit rough. But we didn't deserve to win. Manchester United deserved to win because our defending on occasions was sloppy, and that's what's cost us maybe a draw here today.
I know you all say you would much rather have had all 3 points, but today was a special moment for you. Your 2nd century. How did that feel?
It's nice to get it at Old Trafford, but I prefer to be on the winning side. It's great, but I mean, I can't celebrate, I can't enjoy it because of the circumstances. It's very annoying. I preferred it to come in a win, but nevertheless it's come, so I have to take something from it.
Because it's your hometown club, does it feel any different from the first 100 for Blackburn?
They're very special. I love scoring goals, as everyone knows, and there's another 100 up, and I'll have to play it at your age if I was to get another 100, and I don't think I'll do that. So, yeah, I treasure them, treasure all goals, and I'm delighted that I've got another one.
Well, you've done very well. There's a special presentation from Barclaycard, the sponsors. If I can give you this shirt.
Thank you very much indeed. Thanks very much.
Bad luck.